When I started trading, I thought it was easy money, you know that feeling, you see people making profits online, posting screenshots, and you think, I can do this too. That's exactly what I thought. I opened my laptop, looked at the charts, and without much knowledge, I placed my very first trade, no strategy, no risk management, just pure confidence, and honestly, at that moment, I felt like a genius, but within minutes, the market started moving against me. At first, I wasn't worried. I told myself, it's okay. It will come back. That one sentence, it will come back, is where most beginners make their biggest mistake, because I wasn't analyzing anymore, I was hoping. The loss started increasing, slowly, then faster, and suddenly, I was stuck. I couldn't exit, not because I didn't know how to click the button, but because my mind was frozen. I kept thinking, if I exit now, I'll lose money. So I held the trade, hoping, praying, waiting. But the market doesn't care about your hope, it doesn't care about your emotions, and it definitely doesn't care about your first trade. The loss became bigger, and bigger, until finally, I closed the trade, not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't take it anymore. That day, I didn't just lose money, I lost confidence. I felt angry, frustrated, and honestly, a little embarrassed. But after some time, when the emotions settled, I asked myself one important question. Was this loss really because of the market, or because of me? And the answer was clear, it was me. I had no plan, no discipline, no control over my emotions. I wasn't trading, I was gambling. That realization changed everything. Instead of chasing profits, I started focusing on learning. I studied charts, I learned about risk management, I understood the importance of stop loss. But most importantly, I started working on my mindset, because in trading, your biggest enemy is not the market, it's your own mind. Days passed, then weeks, and slowly, things started changing. This time, I wasn't rushing into trades, I was waiting for the right setup, waiting for confirmation, waiting with patience, and then, one day, that setup came. Everything matched my plan: clear entry, clear stop loss, clear target. This time, before entering the trade, I already knew one thing: how much I am ready to lose. And that changes everything. I entered the trade, calmly, no excitement, no fear, just execution. The market started moving. At first, it was slow, very slow. Earlier, I would panic here, I would either exit too early, or overthink everything. But this time, I stayed calm, because I trusted my plan. Then suddenly, the market started moving in my favor, faster and faster, and this is where most people make another mistake. They get excited, they exit too early, just to secure profit. But I didn't. I controlled myself, no overreaction, no greed, just discipline. The trade kept running, and finally, it hit my target. I exited the trade, and this time, it was my biggest profit. But here's the interesting part: I didn't jump with excitement, I didn't shout, I didn't celebrate like crazy. Because this time, I understood something important. The profit was not because I was lucky, it was because I was disciplined. When I compared my first loss, and my biggest profit, the difference was not strategy, it was psychology. In my first trade, I was driven by greed, fear, hope, ego. In my best trade, I was driven by patience, discipline, clarity, control. Same market, same charts, same person, but completely different mindset. That's when I truly understood, trading is not about predicting the market, it's about controlling yourself. You don't need 100 strategies, you don't need complicated indicators, you need control over your emotions, because one moment of fear can destroy hours of good analysis, and one moment of greed can wipe out your profits. Your first loss is not your enemy, it's your teacher. And your biggest profit is not your success, your discipline is. So if you are a beginner, and you are facing losses right now, don't panic, don't quit. Instead, ask yourself, am I trading with a plan, or am I just reacting? Because the day you control your mind, is the day you start winning. Remember this always: the market rewards discipline, not emotions. And once you understand this, your journey will change forever. Don't try to control the market, control yourself and profits will fall.